Alright, well, hello, how are we? We're Culture Ultra special with the fabulous. We're at one very different angles here. It looks like I'm 2 foot taller than you.
Well, you probably are, to be fair.
Well, it's fine. The king of the top fives himself, Mr. Tom Nestor.
It is me.
How
I'm
are
very
we?
good. I'm very good. Good to be here in Manny.
I know, first time in Manchester, lad. What's the how was the culture shock been for you?
Well, do you know what? I've not really seen proper Manny. I got out at the train station and then I literally got a cab here. So it looks really nice.
We're in Media City, so this is a bad introduction, really.
Yeah.
I'll take you around some dodgy pubs in Salford.
Take me to the shit I want.
Get right into it. But yes, so as we've got the king of top fives here himself, I thought we'd start off with the one of my favourites of the Nestor clips does have to be the Ix. The Ix. So I think a good one to do is football themed Ix. Mainly if of course the obvious ones to go for sidemen. Anybody who's into that.
Yeah.
Sidemen, shite. What else was what's that other one I'm thinking of? Thogden. Him.
Thogden. Yeah.
He's a cunt. But yeah. So other than that, yeah, I'll let you talk, Tom, because I'm rambling.
Alright, I've got a football ick. I don't know if you get this much up north, but certainly down south. It doesn't matter what team you go to, there'll be some cunt with Paul Weller's haircut.
Oh, yes. Oh,
you get that
yes.
up north?
Yeah, well, it's fucking Oasis, isn't it?
Yeah, but I just feel like there's a handful of people that can get away with still looking like that.
Yeah.
And none of them are you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Because there's a guy who goes, I go watch Altrincham with my dad, non-league team. Keeps up with my theme of most of my football clubs: red, white, shite. So there's a guy who goes, he must be like 50 minimum, and he's just in there with his son who's also got the same haircut.
Oh,
and it's like,
generational.
Yeah, generational. Just only listen to Oasis. That's it. Fucking shite. Basically.
Yeah, that's one of my football icks.
Yeah. There's I'm trying to think of the worst ones. Can also be stuff like, I remember, you know, like people who commentate on the game while you're there.
Oh fuck.
oh, that's bad, isn't it? I remember once sat in before I was educated in the ways of proper Middlesbrough support, sitting in the south stand. Hello, boys, if you're watching. But I remember I sat in the north stand, sat next to this lad. I sat down. He was with his girlfriend. He's about 16. Sat down.
So he's a cunt.
Yeah, basically.
About field tilt and shit like that.
Fucking XG. XG is actually not the word. It gets a bad rap.
XG, when it first come about, I was like, what the fuck is... And it's kind of like, do you know what I related to? If you play a game on FIFA and the cunt beats you 2-1, and you've had 28 shots, that's all XG is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like, how do they work XG out? Like, oh, you should have scored there.
yeah. No, it's like what I've read about it was like they calculate all the shots within that league, taken from that spot and how many of them went in, like because like a penalty is like 8.8 in it. Yeah,
but like XG's pointless really. If you've got Erling Haaland 1-on-1. Oh yeah, he'll score from there. But if you've got Kai Havertz, he's not really going to do well, is he?
But anyway, this lad was, and I sat down next to him, and there's like, I'm sure it was like his mum or his auntie behind us, and they're like talking shit before it started. And this was years ago, so I can't remember. But it was slagging off one of our best players. Was it? Who did we have? Well, I can't fucking remember. It's that long ago. But anyway, sat down next to him, and then within 30 seconds of the start, you just go, "That's our fucking throw!" Oh no!
I'm a bit of a nightmare for that. If I've had a few beers and that. If you're a cunt. But it's more if I don't think I do it at the ground so much. I think if I'm like in a pub watching the game. I get quite heated. Yeah.
In like a nice fucking. That's the worst one. Oh, that's another ick. We can. I remember I tried to watch Middlesbrough on TV rarely. For about 5 years ago. I think it was like some. I think we were playing Brentford when Brentford was still in there. And I went, I was down in near Winchester. So went to go. I went, there'll be a pub with it on, so we'll go in. Went in, and I forgot that. I think I forgot it was Arsenal United. Oh, it was Liverpool United.
Oh, so yeah, it's not gonna be.
No, it's not gonna be. So I gave up. Thought, fuck it, I'm not gonna find it anyway. And sat down. Liverpool scored. The pub erupts. We're in Winchester.
Yeah.
And then United scores and the pub erupts. We're in fucking Winchester. And but like I just remember hearing some guy outside going like, "Hey, I wouldn't ever go to like Manchester."
You support the team now. Where would Winchester? Would that be like Pompey?
That's like Southampton.
Southampton way, isn't it? Yeah, that sort of neck of the woods.
Yeah, but it's just the total lack of.
Yeah, I don't know if 5 is enough for football weeks.
No. We'll just keep going. Yeah. I remember as well. I went to Huddersfield away, and I got there first before all the coaches did. And I remember talking to this barman who obviously went, "Oh, Manchester accent." This was a place called Brighouse in Huddersfield, and I said to the guy on the train, "Does this stop at Bry House?" And he went, "Oh, bloody hell, it's not bloody Bry House, son. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about."
I've never been here before.
Yeah. And then, but I remember the guy said to me, the barman, "Oh, you're a big Man U fan?" I'm a big Man U fan, mate. Well, you're not, because nobody in Manchester calls it Man U.
Yeah.
Stupid rat. Anyway, yeah. But yeah.
On the whole losing your head thing. Worst head loss I had. This was fucking embarrassing. Arsenal lost the Europa League final to Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
Like, not even a noble effort. We got dicked. But not a very good Chelsea at the time either. Yeah. And I come out of the pub and I threw a pint glass at the wall. Lost my head. And then I got an Uber home, and I'm ranting and raving. And as matey boy drops me off, he goes, "I'm sorry." And that's what your fucking fault.
Oh, that's great. That.
So I'm probably have been a football wick to someone at some point.
Oh yeah, throw glass at the wall. That's. I'm trying to think of in my younger days I've almost broken a laptop playing Football Manager. 95th minute, fucking throw it, then go. But yeah, I remember in my ignorance when I used to play FIFA, after the few controls I've got it.
Yeah.
That's standard though, isn't it?
I never really did it with FIFA.
Yeah.
It was more your Call of Duties of the world.
Oh.
You know that period of lockdown where everyone was just playing fucking consoles?
No.
God, I went through countless controllers. And another head loss. I'm not coming across very well here, but I got so angry with this controller once, right? I took it outside with a hammer, and I live in a flat. So I'm smashing the fuck out of this.
Fucking lift.
Well, I'm ground floor. I took it outside, I'm smashing the fuck out of this controller, and then I'm having a cigarette, like, and this girl drives into the flat, and I'm outside smoking my cigarette, like, trying to compose myself, like, what the fuck have you done? And she just stays in her car. She sees this guy with a hammer and a cigarette, like, just outside, just with a crazy look in his face. I was like, oh, yeah. Headless.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I thought just he said you're in a flat then, thinking you've managed to keep the rage all the way.
Yeah.
All the way down the list.
Well, I think the missus had enough of this session control, so I had to compose myself. Just bottled it, and I think that's probably why it got even worse.
Funny.
What's another football ick?
Go on, mate. What have you got? I'm trying to think.
Oh, I know it.
Yeah.
You know the lads that they've clearly been to like 2 games in their life.
Oh yeah.
But they love a bit of Charlie, they love a drink and that.
Well,
and they love belting out the songs wrong.
Oh, there we go. I've thought of another one. Lads who I've never have the confidence to do. You know, I've done stand up. I've sung in front of people. That's quite. You know, some people say, oh, it takes a lot of bollocks, but I will never ever have the bollocks ever to suggest a football chant on Twitter.
I thought you meant in the ground.
Oh no! Well, that as well. I've suggested that to some of my mates, and they've gone, Yeah, no. Well, that's fine.
You started your own child.
Yeah.
There's no better feeling when you go for it and then it gets reciprocated. But when you, it's kind of like stand-up. Like, you try to joke and it gets a laugh. If like I'm an Arsenal fan, but like I've not had it personally myself, but I've seen it where like there's been a certain chant coming on and some cunt goes, "What do you think of Tottenham?" And everyone just carries on with the other chant. The second-hand embarrassment is just. The
lads who think it, the lads who. I do respect it really. The lads who come up with like their own lyrics for a chant on Twitter and then tweet
if it's good.
If it's good, it gets. If it's good, it's different. But like I'm talking about the ones where it's just like you will look at it and you go, I would not have broadcast that opinion publicly, pal.
Or like off the cuff ones at a game.
Oh yeah, we had a really embarrassing one the other. So it was I joined in with it. But it was still like we've scored a goal, like because we don't score many goals. So. But yeah, there was what else did I have? As you said, Arsenal, mate. We'll circle back to Ix, I'm sure. But I was going to ask you your top 5 Arsenal goals of all time.
Right, so they're in the locker, so I've not prepared them.
Yeah,
but
I was thinking of mine in the I'm gonna get. I'm gonna fucking forget some like absolute classic ones and get lambasted.
So I'll start with my favourite goal that I've seen at a game.
Oh yeah.
And it was Unai Emery's Arsenal actually. Not a very good team, but still had had the remnants of Wenger ball about them. You know?
Yeah.
And it was against Leicester at home, and we beat them 3-1. And it was one of them odd occasions where Mesut Ozil turned up. When he turned up, he turned up.
Yeah.
And I think it was the third goal. It was just like a complete team goal. It was like just started out from the back. I think Bellerin gets it, gives it to Guendouzi. Like a plethora of shit comes here, but Ozil does an amazing flick, and then it's just one of them like tick-a-tacker fucking. And then I think either Aubameyang or like I said, someone crosses it, Ozil dummies it, and unbelievable goal. And I saw it live, and it was just fucking. It was like watching Football Manager.
It's just the dots going together. Oh, was it? One of my favourite goals I've ever seen live was 2 Lucas Jukovic ones against Blackburn and Charlton. Both headers as well. Both like proper Deirdre Barlow neck muscle. I remember one against Blackburn. The one against Blackburn, like it just seemed to defy physics. And then the Charlton one, I think we'd had about 412 shots on target, and without scoring at 85th minute, bang, come on.
You can't beat a good bullet header.
No,
I hate Chelsea, but Didier Drogba in the Champions League final, that was some header.
Oh yeah.
But
there's that one against Brighton the other day. Did you see that one? The AEK Athens, like fucking.
No, I didn't actually catch. I mean, I caught Arsenal's game. But I didn't catch much European football this week.
No.
I think I was just like riding on a high from being in the Champions League again. But but it was a good header.
I'll try and remember some of my Borough ones. Them two, they can be in my top 5 somewhere. I'll go do non-order. Because I can't be arsed with that. Can't be arsed with an order. Although I do have a number 1. But I remember Fernando Amora-Bieta, Venezuelan centre back against Brentford in the playoff semi-final. It was like a fucking on the volley, 95th minute. Hang on, yeah, that was a fucking worldie that. And then Joseph Desiree Job, Carling Cup final against Bolton. Big Sam's Bolton slain, and then of course, talking of bullet headers, Massimo Macaroni in that 88th minute, last minute 4-2 start Europa League semi-final. Get that on. Show me bald spot for Massimo Macaroni. Well, that was that. I think that's mine definitely. I've forgotten something, so please do send me death threats about the ones I forgot.
For my next one, I'm going to go. Wasn't alive to witness it. My dad was at the game. 1989. Michael Thomas at Anfield to win the league.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 80s Liverpool at their gaff to win the league. You don't get better than that. And it was literally last kick of the game business, and it was like on the break. It's like you've got one chance, and fucking. It wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing goal, but for what it meant, it's a big old goal.
I think it's all the ones that you rarely get like a worldy goal that's like consequential. You know what I mean? Like if you think of the only ones I can think of, like none are coming to mind right now.
I can think of one.
Well, go on.
Vincent Kompany against Leicester, and they nearly lost. I think that was the kind of first season where Liverpool were kind of nipping at the heels, and he just clinched it with a fucking centre half to fair enough. Yeah. And it was in his last game as well, so. Yeah,
fucking hell. Fair enough. Well, that's my point immediately disproved. but I think it's always the ones that it's the what it means, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the what it means more so. I would say. Yeah. Right. Well, we'll go for you. I'll go for your top 5 away days, Mr. Nestor.
Well, this is not going to be very good because I actually haven't been on many away days. Well, I've been to Anfield.
All right.
And then I've been to like lower league away days.
Oh yeah, that's good. So, anything.
An interesting one I went to was FA Cup, whatever fucking round it was, replay. So Potter's Bar and Barnet. So I grew up in a town called Potter's Bar. Right? Potter's Bar FC, Potter's Bar Town, whatever the fucking called, not very good. But they'd somehow drawn Barnet, which is the next town on, and one all draw at Potter's Bar. So then that team went to the Hive because Barnet used to play in Underhill, which is right around the corner from where my nan lives. But they moved to, it's not even in Barnet, it's in fucking Edgware or some shit, or Hendon or something like that. And the Hive, and it's actually quite a nice ground. And we was in the Potter's Bar end. And it was like kind of everyone you knew from growing up was just there because it was a fucking thing to do, and it was just someone brought a flare. It was great.
Oh, that's great.
And then they lost 1-0. No, it was 2-1.
So well, but to get to a replay is in itself is good, isn't it? You know, I'm trying to think of the. I'm trying to think of the conference aways. I remember. Oh yeah, that was but to circle back to Ix very briefly.
Go on.
I remember we went to Kidderminster away for Altrincham to try and stay up. It was like if they didn't win this game, it's fucked basically.
Where is Kidderminster? Is that like right up the top of the country?
No, Kidderminster's like it's like Worcester way.
Oh yeah.
In between Birmingham and Worcester.
Yeah.
So it's still a fucking arsehole to get to.
Yeah.
Good, the best food I've ever had in the ground though.
Oh, really?
There was a guy with chef whites on and everything.
Oh,
the fucking
kidding
we had to win this game, and Kidderminster were already relegated. They were already gone, and it was 1-0, and there's a lad behind me. So two lads behind us went. This will be your first ever. Is this your first ever away game? And he went, yeah. It's the first time I've ever. It's the first. Oh no, that was it. First time I've ever seen Alty win away in 10 years going. It's going to end 1-1.
No,
it's going to end 1-1.
It's already relegated.
And it ended 1-1 95th minute because of him.
Yeah.
So,
cursed it.
Yeah, you don't say shit like that, do you?
Yeah.
That's just fucking.
Tempting fate is a real thing.
Yeah, actually.
I remember when Tottenham was in the Champions League final. Obviously, I was round my mate's house, another gooner, and I was going, no, but they can't. They're just so much more worse than Liverpool. They can't win. He goes, don't tempt fate. And I said, tempting fate's not a thing. And it was the night that Andy Ruiz beat Anthony Joshua.
Oh yeah.
Before the fight. I said, you can't just tempt fate. That's like me saying this fat cunt's going to beat Anthony Joshua tonight. He fucking sparked him out. And then I was shitting myself.
That's really funny. Oh,
but yeah, you can tempt fate.
Oh, you can definitely tempt fate, yeah.
But not if you bet against your own team.
Oh well, I've never ever done that.
I've never done it, but sometimes I think there was periods where I think we're playing City at home. So I just put 100 quid on it, and then I've just paid for us to get a point or a
yeah. I've never been able to have the bollocks to do that. Yeah. I just feel dirty. You know what I mean?
Well, if I was a Luton fan, I'd probably do it a few times.
Oh yeah, but the odds of it so shit. You won't making the fucking money back anyway. We were on aways, weren't we, mate?
Aways, yeah. So yeah, I went to Anfield. and that was an interesting game. It was on Halloween. That's not important whatsoever, but went up there. It was League Cup, so I don't want to, because obviously you hear about this Anfield atmosphere, right? And I know it was a League Cup, but you're playing Arsenal. I mean, it just wasn't. Not a lot going on in the stands. And we've famously got quite a reputation for being a quieter ground, but like
I think it's because it's one of these soulless new ones.
Yeah, because it's so new. But yeah, like I just didn't rate the atmosphere whatsoever. But it was an interesting game because it was 5-5 after extra time. And it was only 5-5 because that little rat Harvey Elliott dived right in front of them. And they got a pen, equalised, and then it went to pens, and then it was like shitloads of pens as well. It was like everyone scored and it kept going. So it was like 30 quid a ticket. I got to see about ball hit the net about fucking 30 times.
Well, that's not bad. Value for money. I remember we played. I didn't go, but we played Liverpool and got beat 14-13 on penalties. I didn't go to that one though because I couldn't get a ticket because they went. That's the annoying thing with. It's like any body tickets in London. Weirdly, I always just go straight away. But I'm very tempted. Like I think I said this in the last. I'm very tempted because Billy Joe Armstrong of Green Day fame is for some reason goes watching Millwall. Yeah, I don't know why. So I'm very tempted to just like try and proper stalker it. Yeah. Let's try and find out where he sits from his pictures that he takes, and go like, right, I'll sit. Yeah. Go walk in. All right, son, how we doing?
I'm proper Millwall.
But yeah,
that's an ick. It's not really to do with like football fandom or anything like that, but a penalty shootout that goes on for too long, it kind of loses its like
magic.
Yeah, because like I love pens. Don't get me wrong. Like hate like when you like you're a nervous wreck, but it adds a bit of fucking.
Oh yeah, the one like as I'm wearing the jacket, the World Cup one. I just couldn't have taken the fucking virgins on Twitter going Ronaldo, nah, fuck off.
Yeah, I mean that's the ultimate ick, isn't it? Football Twitter.
Yeah, oh well, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I blame YouTube for them. I don't know. I just feel like
don't forget to like and subscribe.
No, but you know, like YouTubers in like YouTube for YouTube's sake. Like, like that. I just feel like that generation of kids are just fucking so like they're just what's the word for it? Lame. Like, they're just lame, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like but I don't know. It's like a different world, isn't it? Like you can. I think because they've grown up with YouTube instead of TV.
I've got it.
No, go on.
Now. Doesn't happen often, and I don't know if people do it tongue in cheek, but have you ever seen someone say a player is better than another player because their FIFA rating is higher?
Yes.
And it's like there's no nuance to that whatsoever.
Yeah, like, it's just I like comparing a totally different, like a winger and a centre back. Oh, he's better.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like when they do like GOAT discussions and they're like, oh, you know, like fucking like Messi, and then they'll bring up like fucking Gert Muller or something. Like,
yeah, because he's got on on Classic 11. He's actually got an
rated 90.
Yeah, fucking hell. But you don't get that with Football Manager, do you? Because it's different ratings. Should do that and try that cleanse the culture of FIFA. That sounds a bit genocidal, doesn't it?
Just euthanize anyone under 22.
Get rid of them.
They're fucking idiots.
But I'm trying to think of me best aways. There was Charlton actually, worst place. One of my favourite aways though.
Charlton, it's like deep in South London.
Yeah, but it's like I remember there's like it's surrounded on all sides by like different versions of Nelson Mandela House. There's a guy. Like you can proper see. You must be able to see directly into the thing.
Yeah.
So you nearly see.
Grounds are like that.
Yeah. There's I think where was it? Coventry was a good one. Was a worst logistical best like took me 2 hours to get from Coventry Ground to Coventry Centre afterwards. But I remember coming out the station because all the lads had gone to a pub in Nuneaton, I came out of the station, so we've already bought my ticket, but then it's like, alright, you have to get from here to here. Like, right, I'll jump that little bit of a train, that would have been £8.
Yeah.
And got out the thing, and then just seen that there was no barriers, and I was pissed up. Fucking come on! And then there's like a family walking towards me. There's like the Nuneaton station at 11 o'clock in the morning. A fucking
Joe's an odd stadium. I've not been to a game there, but the KP Stadium is like it's in a weird location.
Where's that?
Leicester.
King
Leicester.
Power.
Yeah, King Power. Sorry, KP. Fucking
Yeah.
XG. Fucking. Yeah, because I used to work in Leicester, and it was right next to my training school where I was training for the job I was at. And it's kind of like. It's like if you had a retail park without any of the shops in it. That's where it's like, but it's like just off the M1. So if you're driving there, I think you'd be alright. But if you got the train there, you'd be fucked.
Oh yeah, that's what Coventry's like just in the middle of nowhere. Derby's weird. Derby train station isn't in the middle of a fucking town. So it's like it's closer to the ground, but it's in the middle of nowhere. It's on like you just walk past like Jaguar and fucking Merc dealerships. Like, who's buying this in fucking Derby, by the way? and so you walk it. That's a shit. But the worst one definitely is Stoke. Stoke. It's
anywhere in Stoke.
Yeah, yeah. But it's a 45-minute drive, a 45-minute walk along a canal to get to the ground. To get to the ground. Fucking stupid. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere.
MK Dons Stadium's in the middle of nowhere as well. What's that called?
Stadium MK. Yeah. Sorry, apologies to any Wimbledon fans watching.
Yeah.
Well, is Wimbledon North London or is it?
Wimbledon's South West London.
Oh right, there we go.
Wimbledon's obviously Wimbledon did tennis. Wimbledon's a really nice park.
ISW, yeah, obviously.
So it's like Wimbledon's like near like Twickenham and Chiswick and all them sort of stuff. Really,
Oh, one of them. I see.
But then the team was famously quite like fucking naughty, weren't they? Like,
yeah. Which is weird, isn't it? Like I don't know why I thought Wimbledon was North London, but so there's because obviously you've got Arsenal, Tottenham, Barnet. Any more in North London? Must be some. No. Because
then East London you've got like West Ham, Leyton Orient. Who else? Might be it.
We've got because I always thought because you get like I don't know from if you're not from I thought Millwall was East London, innit? But it's not.
No, South. Yeah. So South London you've got Palace, Millwall.
Brentford, North London, or is it South?
No, they're West. Them and Fulham are West. Chelsea are West. Wimbledon, I suppose, South West, and then sort of
Palace is Croydon, isn't it?
Yes.
Is it? Yeah.
Ish, near.
Yeah. Well, that's the geography.
The tube map of London
football. There you go. I was going to ask you, Tom. We'll round off with top 5 celebrations, and I feel I may hurt your feelings at one point with one of mine. Yes.
I rate the bollocks. But
yeah. That for me. That's got. I do apologise for Big Fred.
If you haven't got a dog in that race, I can see the appeal in it. But Robbie Fowler sniffing the line.
Oh, obviously. You've got to have that, haven't you?
Yeah. You wouldn't get that these days.
No.
Fuck me.
These days.
Rooney getting sparked out after Phil Barsley banged him out in some piss like that. That was funny. I like the old taking the piss things.
He does seem to have quite a good sense of humour, Wayne Rooney, despite the fact that he offered himself out on Twitter.
His Twitter's great. I'm pretty to sleepy little girl.
At Wayne Rooney.
Yeah. Do you remember this 2010 World Cup?
I do.
When the African nations just had like group celebrations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit Fortnite, but I kind of like it.
I remember the.
I think the African nations can get away with it because they're quite vibey in that sense.
Yeah.
I just feel like...
Yeah, if you imagine like fucking
Germany.
You don't want them doing anything in a group.
No. Group celebration. Let's not have any organisation.
But yeah, I remember you've sparked one there. Do you remember the 2002 World Cup of Papa Bouba Diop scoring against France when he took his shirt off and then they all danced around it?
I would have been 8 My only memory of the 2002 World Cup was watching David Seaman get lobbed, and I'm pretty sure I was at school, but I might be mixing my memories up there. But I remember school was like, "I'll go and watch the game," sort of thing.
Yeah, I remember. We'll get. I remember my mum sent me to school in an England kit, which she will pay for her crimes for that. But I remember then that was the start of me going right, fuck this. Support. Well, I always supported Ireland anyway because of my dad. But I remember some teacher told me when I was like 5, when I was like, you can't be wearing that. You're Irish. Oh well, racism. I'm afraid. Bastard.
Did you go to Catholic school, did you?
Yeah, no, that was a normal fucking normal one. Fuck you, Mrs. Crooks.
You should be left down if you wanted to.
But you are right. I'm not English, so there you go. If anyone ever wants to have a go at me for in the Euros when I'm going, it's really funny that England have got beat like a twat. Blame Mrs. Crooks.
I'm technically Irish, but I'm following you.
Yeah, you can't not be Irish with the gingerness, mate.
So another celebration.
I think mine, other than the Adebayor one, would be Tardelli '82 World Cup.
Jesse Lingard.
He's gone to Saudi, hasn't he?
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. I think they've just beheaded him just because he's annoying.
Beheaded for crimes against annoyance.
Fucking obnoxious cunt. I think good celebration.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of good Arsenal ones for you. Can't remember.
Oh, when we beat United in the gold kit 2002 to win the double.
Oh.
Vulture scored the goal.
Oh, so what a player he was.
Sylvain Vulture. He was such a bit part player for Arsenal and France, but he was a baller. Yeah. But I can't remember who it was now. But obviously so Lundberg's had the shot. It's hit the post, or Barthez has parried it. Wiltor's finished it, and then he's run like that, and someone has jumped over it. Like he's like that, and someone's
jumped over
his arm.
It wouldn't be Carney, would it? That'd be a sign. What a player he was. 6'7" and 43 years old.
Just lying about his Benjamin Button.
There's nothing less trustworthy than a West African footballer's birth certificate. But
remember a few years ago there was that 19-year-old.
For Lazio, yeah.
He couldn't look more 50 if he tried.
I remember actually as well. That's another memory we've dug up, for another traumatic memory. We've had my dealings with racism, and then when Arsenal beat Borough 7-0, I remember crying at that because we had a team of 18-year-old, 19-year-olds who had a load of injuries, and then we got absolutely dicked. I think Pires and Henry got an hat-trick that day. 2 hat-tricks. That's pretty poor, isn't it? It's just unfair. Stop. We're already dead. Bastards.
We got fucking 8-2'd by United. That still hurts now. Oh. I won't forget that until we do it to them, which
Mate.
I mean...
Well, you never know. It's not too far off.
No, Ten Hag, he fooled me, he did.
He
fooled me. Do you know what? I was like, no, I like this guy.
Yeah.
Making some bold decisions and that, and then them getting a few results, and then... Not great.
I think it's just the players that have got we've all got fucking Jadon Sancho who's been getting paid, who's whinging about getting paid fucking millions a year to fucking go and do yoga because he can't.
Maybe he needs to be more ruthless.
Say again.
But the stuff with Greenwood and stuff as well, and Anthony now, it's got to weigh, and as well. I mean, it shouldn't be a point, but had he not had them. He was a fantastic footballer. Oh
yeah.
Just a cunt of a person.
Obviously. But I think with what they're doing with Getafe is that it's just
that is fucking bollocks. Loaned him out.
Yeah, it's to let it die down and go. He scored 7 La Liga goals last season. We'll have to have him back. Yeah. That's what that is.
Yeah. It's putting the feelers out, isn't it? It's not good. Not a very good footballing decision.
No. And Anthony as well, 90 million quid for
shit,
for a shit Stan Collymore in every sense of the word. There's nothing funnier than domestic violence. Well, that was a joke. First, yeah, not in this climate. Don't make that joke.
Euro '98 was it?
What was it?
No, World Cup '98, wasn't it?
World
Cup '98. He called Ulrika Johnson a thick idiot, didn't he? In Paris and battered her.
Oh yeah.
That's the story.
Oh well. Yeah, well, what a lovely fella, and he's been given a job on TalkSport.
Yeah, I did a tweet about it the other day, and he was talking about Jordan Henderson.
Now, morality.
Say what you want, right? So Jordan Henderson, right? Now, there's probably an amount of money you could pay anyone to be known as a hypocrite and a virtue signaller. But like, if you're going to get anyone to comment on Jordan Henderson,
it's not Stan Collymore.
It's not going to be Stan Collymore. I mean,
look how they treat never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, funny. But well, not that.
What do you make of that Hendo shit?
It's what it is like. It's the word. If it'd have been better for everybody concerned if he'd have just said, "Look, I want to make a load of fucking money."
Yeah.
Like the people who go, "Oh well," like that's the word. That's an ick. Where I saw some lad go, "Oh well," when the first when Ruben Neves was the first to go this summer, it was like, "Oh, you can't blame him. He's got a family to support." You can't support a family on £100 a week in Wolverhampton, can you not?
Is that not already generational?
Yeah. So, like, I hate that argument. That's just fun. And for players like, if you're going to go over there and just be a shit team player, and you're not going to be like a mouthpiece for the regime. But if you're one of these Premier League players going, and you're not some lad who plays in fucking the Lebanese league or something, then that's what they're getting you over there for, isn't it? So, one, you have to say that that you're doing that for you're going to be a mouthpiece for the worst regime on the planet. But the thing with Henderson was all this stuff about rainbow laces stuff, and that you can't, like, if he'd have just said, "Look, I know I said all that stuff, but money."
If he was like, "Do you know what? As a footballer, you get made to do these things, and I didn't really give a shit. Like that's why I'm going over there for a load of money." It would have been wrong, but I would have been like, "All right, cool."
Right, yeah, at least you're being honest, because that's obviously and then it's when he's got like he said stuff like, "Oh well, I hope to raise these issues." Yeah, raise them, and you'll raise your head on the floor, lad. So like
that, I do quite admire the brazenness of that. Oh, I'm going to go change it from the inside. It's obvious what I'm doing here, isn't it?
Oh, it's so fucking transparent, isn't it? It's like, like he said in an interview as well. He said like, "Oh well, I didn't see any human rights abuses in Qatar." Oh well then.
We're not doing it at the camp, are they?
Oh well, it must be fine. Must be sound then.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
But it's not even just like the thing with the Saudis as well. Right? Not to get too serious, but it's not just LGBT and women's rights. It's all the dealings they have with like all the wars that have gone on in the Middle East and the arms and all that stuff. It's a fucked up place.
Yeah, an ongoing genocide in Yemen. Yeah. So.
But would I gig in Saudi?
Well, that's right. Anna Jahiz, my top 5 crimes against the state. My top 5 apostates. Let's go.
Yeah, I could do. So yeah, I think everyone has their price. Because I think with that as well, obviously what he's done is wrong. But what's he on? $700,000 a week tax free.
Tax free.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's 1.4 million every fortnight. That's 2.8 million a month. Yeah, your rent's paid, isn't it?
Yeah, in Sunderland. Yeah, I think his mum and dad will be covered.
Yeah. Generational wealth.
Yeah. But it's all like you said before, it's already generational wealth. They're already dodging taxes anyway. Yeah. So, like they're all like limited companies. Like, is a player not an employee?
Yeah, it's piff, isn't it? Everything's piff.
Yeah.
Everything, literally everything.
Yeah. PIF as well is the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia. So there you go.
There you go.
That was the education. Did you have any more celebrations, Tom, before we go?
Let me think. Celebrations.
Tardelli had a bio for me.
Martin Keown getting right up in Nestor's grill. Martin Keown obviously was a hero growing up. Since his venture into punditry, I can't stand the bloke, to be honest. I think he's a fucking helmet. Yeah, it weren't the best. He was good enough, obviously. He was in that team, but yeah, that just a little bonk.
Yeah, I was actually at that game because yeah, because my dad. I've accidentally ended up at like quite a few significant United games, like because basically the reason I support Middlesbrough, the reason I support Middlesbrough is basically some form of obviously familial resentment there. My dad's a United fan, yeah.
See,
so.
that might be a nick for me.
What support not being you? Oh well, there we go. But the reason being was the first team I ever saw beat United when I was like 4 was Middlesbrough, and I thought,
and you're like, fuck this.
Yeah, fuck this.
These are obviously better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's reverse glory support, and then a lifetime of misery. Because in the first, like I started supporting, but when we beat them, it was a 2002 game against United. And then I started. So within the first 2 seasons, we'd won a trophy and we played in Europe. And I thought, this is it for me. And then it's a lifetime of misery since. But
and the tap stopped.
But I ended up because then my dad tried to keep indoctrinating me. It didn't work. So I tried to. I ended up at the United game with the Keown one.
Yeah.
Ended up at Solskjaer's last game. Ended up at, and then later on just went to appease me dad for where ended up at Van Persie's debut, and then there was another one as well. I ended up at, but yeah, fuck that for Borough.
That's Van Persie's goal against Charlton, probably one of my favourite.
Oh shit, yeah.
Ramsey against Galatasaray, that was just fucking ridiculous. Weaker foot on the volley from a corner.
Oh yeah, you know which one you mean.
Nah.
Fuck, that was a goal.
Ozil versus
Who died after that one? Who did that kill?
I see the tweets when he scored and it was like fuck.
Oh, funny. But yeah, I was trying to think of. Yeah, sorry to cut you off then. What did you say?
No, Ozil versus Ludogorets was a good goal, but Henry, the little flick and then boom, that was a great goal.
Oh yeah. You know there always seems.
Oh, Bergkamp, Newcastle.
Oh yeah.
He meant it.
There always seems to on every on all the goal compilations of like Premier League years or whatever. There always seems to be at least 50% of them are against Borough. all the screamers are all against us.
I love just an outrageous strike from like. Do you remember what was his name? Rudiger?
Oh yeah.
He scored that it was from like fucking. It was deep into his own half, I think, and he just absolutely cunted it into the goal.
Mm.
And then who else could hit one? Remember fucking Pedersen, Morten Gamps Pedersen?
Oh yeah, what a player.
He could hit one, couldn't he?
Oh, there's 2 guys. Well, he was a proper merchant for that. We had Fabio Rockenbach. What a player he was for that. Like I miss them players who just didn't do anything other than score from 40 yards. I've no other discernible talent.
All right, here's a quick one for you. Top 5 players with attributes that are unique to them.
Okay, so like long goal merchants.
Or like a Delap or.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, just something in their locker that no one else really quite has.
You have to give one of them. Will have to be Rene Higuita, just for scorpion kicks and shit like that. You have to have him.
No need as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely no need for it, was there?
and then the ones where have you seen the ones where like I think it's later in that same World Cup where he's like just dicking it out of it in midfield, gets taking it off. Stop doing that. What are you doing that for? But the original sweeper keeper, some may argue. Trying to think of. I think Delap. You have to put Delap.
Delap, yeah, he's got to be quite high up to the top. No one else really did that.
I remember Herman Hreiderson for Pompey had something similar, like where not him, not Hreiderson, although he was a. Do you remember Matty Taylor for Pompey?
Yeah.
He used to just hit it from halfway and then go in all the time. I'm trying to think of others.
There was another bloke, he played for Reading and he scored a Matt
Phillips.
Phillips.
Oh yeah.
And funnily enough, the guy I work with knows him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Does he play for? He's playing
From
for
Aylesbury, sort of way.
Oh right. Does he play for Celtic now? I think he is. Well, let's find out. I'm not sure if I've just embarrassed myself.
Gilberto Silva used to do. It's not really unique to him, but a lot of the Brazilian footballers of that era used to always unnecessarily use the outside of their foot, and the thinking behind it was that if they needed, well, no, it was like if I can't, if I'm in a situation, I know that I've kind of got it in my locker, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
is Matt Phillips playing for? He's not. He's playing for West Brom. Why did I think he was playing for Celtic?
Chris Brunt could hit one, couldn't he?
Like a again rocking back, but I remember. Do you remember Papi Cisse used to have that?
Yeah.
Like a good that goal against Chelsea, even though it was for Newcastle. Well, that was when Newcastle was shit, so it doesn't really matter.
Did he mean it? He must have meant it. Because what the fuck else was he doing?
Yeah, he's trying to hit in Rowe's head.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's quite good. I'd always like a goal against Chelsea.
Oh yeah, even that was back before Newcastle had drenched themselves in blood money.
Top 5 dirty footballers.
Oh, now we're talking. So Roy Keane, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, Joy Keane, go and listen to that. Now this is an avant-garde one, Tom. One of my it's another Vulture Authority lyric for a song that's not out yet. But Nemanja Gade, who's plays for Serbian, who plays for Sevilla.
Nemanja, when you know Nemanja,
yeah,
he's seen some war crimes.
But he absolutely goes for. He's like, I think he's the last remain. Like he can play at centre back and in the midfield, and he just goes through people, and I love it. Yeah.
Do you remember how did you say his name? Cisse. He was a Cisse. He was Dribble.
Jibril.
Yeah, Jibril Cisse.
Oh, he was a dirty.
He weren't even dirty. Like he could put dirty, but he used to spit on people.
Oh, El Hadji Diouf, you mean? El
Hadji Diouf. Who am I thinking?
You're Jibril Cisse played for Liverpool.
Slightly racist on my part. El Hadji Diouf was a dirty cunt.
They all look the same. It's a joke, by the way. So see that on Jimmy Carr's new special.
No.
But yeah, I was trying to think of other dirty footballers. Well, try and keep them white to avoid that.
Ryan Shawcross.
Shawcross.
Lee Cattermole
hated
as well.
Dirty
cunt he was.
Is Shawcross still hated?
When we used to play Stoke, they used to boo Aaron Ramsey every time he got the ball because when he was about 18, their player fucking snapped his leg like a twiglet. I don't know why they booed him for that.
That is weird.
That's on you, isn't it? Yeah, Ryan Shawcross, cunt. Lee Cattermole's still funny. He
was, and then he's also betrayed Buddenbag going to Sunderland. But the what else? Who else was the Eduardo? He had a bad injury as well. He got his leg snapped, but that was awful.
And genuinely, I think we could have won the league if that didn't happen. He was on fire. But who else is there?
Croatian, Brazilian.
Fabinho for Liverpool. He's not there anymore. I don't know.
I think he's in Saudi.
Yeah. But he was like your clever dirty player. Like he'd nip at people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So there's going to be like some glaring omissions that I've missed.
Yeah.
Trying to think of who do we have?
Fellaini.
Fellaini was an horrible
cunt, wasn't he?
Yeah. There's just anyone who's. I love that. I love them players. Like if you want them on your team, you don't want to play against them. But yeah. I'm trying to think. That's going to really annoy me.
It was great when Steven Gerrard fucking headbutted him.
I don't remember that.
Well, he didn't headbutt him. He like flew into. He headbutted him. But he made it. There was a header going, and he was not going for the ball, and he fucking cut his eye open.
I don't remember that.
I hate that cunt.
Fucking hell.
Who else?
We've must have some. There must be somebody. Do you remember Rivaldo not being dirty, but just a cheating cunt? Do you remember like, he got the ball kicked?
And then he was holding his head in the corner.
And the guy got sent off for that. I still remember that.
Gamesmanship.
Yeah, it's all up there, isn't it? The Rashford technique. Yeah. No, well, I can't think of it. We'll if we wrap this up, then we'll be very annoyed at ourselves, and we'll fucking remember in 10 minutes' time. And then anyway, it's not really. Yeah.
What was his fucking name? He used to play for West Brom or something. About 8 years ago.
Oh.
What's his name? Begin with a J. He was like, maybe like. I'm just gonna be a cunt and Google.
Go on, Google it. Google it. What's
He was
that?
a dirty bastard. West Brom.
Oh, Middlesbrough winning a game. Fucking hell.
West
That's
Brom.
sensational. I'll just check my bets while I do it. I think Wrexham may have ruined me.
I've just googled West Brom.
Just West
I've
Brom.
just put like 2014 West Brom squad.
Oh,
I think it was around about that time. Players.
As if Wrexham are getting beat 4-0. That's very
He
painful.
probably plays for a completely different team. You know what I mean? What was his fucking name? What's his name?
When it begins with a J.
Yeah.
For West Brom.
Was it like? Was it a J? 2016 maybe he was there. I don't know. Matthew Phillips, no, no, I was talking about you.
They're talking about him for. He's still there. Yeah,
Why is he? Was he the only one there in 2016?
That's why they went down.
Oh, this is more like
James Morrison.
Claudio Jakob.
Jakob.
Didn't begin with a J at all.
He actually got a mention the other day on the last one because we were talking about number 5s. Yeah, because he wore number 5 at West Brom. Yeah, and Argentina.
Yeah, he was a dirty cunt.
Yeah, it's Claudio Jakob gets 2 mentions in a week. Fucking hell. There we go. Yeah. Well, I think I think you can call it a day there, Tom, if you like. So
it's been fun. It's been emotional.
Well, it has, mate. So for all of the
sorry about the El Hedge Juve stuff.
we would like to clarify we are not racist.
No, I've got a bad memory.
Yeah.
But Cisse was a bit of a dick as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, he wasn't. No, he had his leg snapped. No, maybe that's why I got it confused. Because didn't he have his leg snapped twice?
He had his leg snapped twice. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, how's your luck?
Yeah. But well, other than if anyone wants to find your racist tirades, Tom, where can they find them?
EDL Mark. No, obviously non-racial tirades, but
we're all above board, and the best sketches in the game, I would say. Yeah, I'll put my hat on. Best sketches in the game.
Now doff it.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'm on social media at Tom Nestor Comic on pretty much everything, and I have my own podcast, Doghouse Podcast, and yeah, that's about it really. Yeah,
thank you very much, Tom, and that'll do us. That was sensational, Tom. Thank you very much. It's been real. It's not giving me the ick anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't Vulture podcast. I took the P off of the podcast word.
Vulture.
I realised it didn't really work because they wanted to buy a fish.
Well, that's Sam. See you later.